It obviously affected, the input of what went into making music in the studio, but at the time of Mezzanine, it just seemed like Mushroom wasn't really into the same sort of visions what, say Dee and myself were into. It didn't really come from that sort of background as such, because we're a couple of years older than them. So we had the experience of punk music and, the guitar thing and, reggae and stuff like that, whereas Mushroom was kind of more into hip hop and stuff like that. And, it's sad to see, he's a talented guy, and it's sad to see that he didn't sort of agree with us, but, he didn't really share the same vision.
Me and G saw eye to eye on it, but obviously Mushroom didn't, and I was the kind of catalyst for it all going wrong for him. And I understand Mushroom's point of view, because he's a purist, and he's a very talented person the way he works, but he works in a very specific way, and I think ultimately when you start to grow and change, specifics to each person don't necessarily work as a group, you know what I mean? And that's the problem in all groups. Everyone changes, and I think after, when I started working 100th Window, it wasn't so much that Mushroom had left, it was the fact that I felt that we'd done so much sampling and used so many breakbeats in every way to sort of make our music happen. I felt that maybe at the time, because we were making so much music, we were still making loads of tracks after Mezzanine, and I kind of thought they weren't really happening for me at all, you know what I mean? They weren't working. I thought it was time to maybe sort of like remove that part of our history just for a moment and take away the samplers and stuff, take away the breakbeats, take away the idea of building a track on a groove or whatever, and build everything from scratch, piece by piece, intricately, which was quite difficult because it's taking away your kind of, someone's taking the map away from you and trying to find your way around, because it's a completely new way of working. And it's an interesting thing to do because it throws up insights and problems that you learn from experience with, I think next record, I'll know exactly when the gaps appear. I know, okay, that's when to use the kind of facilities that you've grown with to work on the ideas that work for you. And this is the time to go off on a different tangent. But I think with 100th Window, it's kind of a case, do you know when you're just going down a blind alley because you want to get away from abstract yourself from the past?